All right, folks, what is going on? I know it's a little late. I was just sitting up here playing some games, and I happened to get on YouTube just to see what's going on in the world. And apparently, there's a big problem with Pokemon cards being stolen from various stores, retro game stores, whatever the case may be. And this is like kind of not necessarily weird, but something's up with this because this is happening in a lot of places across the country. So I want to look at a few of these articles, well, not articles, but these videos and show you guys what I'm talking about because this is kind of crazy. So let's go ahead and look at this right here. So this is in Atlanta. This is near where I live. And I was like, okay, this is kind of crazy. But apparently, this is happening in other places across the country as well. So we're going to look at this and then we're going to look at some other videos as well of people doing this. And this is stuff that's happening within days of each other. Like this video here is within 3 hours of uploading. And this is in Atlanta. So let's look at this. Let's look at this.
More than $100,000 worth of Pokemon cards stolen from gaming stores across the Atlanta area.
And here's some of the video because this is one of the crimes that was caught on camera up in Calhoun. Police say this is part of a string of similar smash and grabs involving trading cards.
Yeah, see, this is in Calhoun, Georgia. This is like between Atlanta and Chattanooga. So yeah, this is like not too far from where I am, like I said. But yeah, it's in the Atlanta area. But yeah, he's right. There's like a bunch of smash and grabs are going on. So this is kind of crazy. But yeah, let's keep going.
Atlanta News first reporter Chelsea Bimeford is live at One Up Games in Calhoun. So Chelsea, that store is still cleaning up from the damage?
Yeah, you can see that front door still boarded up here tonight after someone broke in and stole about $4,000 worth of Pokemon cards over the weekend. They're still vacuuming up some of that glass. They say they keep finding it inside. But when we started calling around to different game and card shops today across Atlanta, we found that this one was not the only one that has been hit hard recently.
See, this is what I'm saying. So this is not the only one. So this is just in Calhoun, and this is One Up Games. This is a place I haven't been to yet as far as retro game stores. I might need to go here and check these guys out just because of what's going on. Probably give them, a little bit of my service or whatever and see what games they got. But yeah, this is crazy. But yeah, let's continue to see what's going on.
This is surveillance video from inside One Up Games on Highway 53 in Calhoun. It shows a man wearing a motorcycle helmet smash a glass case and stuff dozens of Pokemon cards into a duffel bag, some valued as high as $675.
This is
It's very
crazy.
hot, everybody's getting into it.
Store owner Omar Ruiz says right now Pokemon cards are incredibly popular and in some cases incredibly expensive. This video shows how many people lined up outside his store on Black Friday to get their hands on them.
Now wait a minute. I didn't know. I didn't know Pokemon cards was still a thing. People still do this. Yeah, like seriously, people still do this. I didn't think that Pokemon would. Yeah, I didn't think this was a thing.
And it turns out his store
Sorry about the ear. Sorry.
is not the only one in Metro Atlanta that has been recently hit by thieves.
There's been other stores that have been hit for a lot more.
The owner of Top Card in Duluth says on Sunday a thief stole more than $50,000 worth of Pokemon cards from his store for
What? Okay, this is Duluth. This is on the other side of Atlanta. So this is in Calhoun is going up towards Chattanooga. Duluth is like going up towards I would say like Greenville, South Carolina. It's kind of going up that way. Yeah, this is that Duluth? Yeah, going up towards that way. This is kind of crazy. Wow, $50,000.
the second time in 2 months.
Second time in 2
The
months.
surveillance video shows a very similar scene to what happened in Calhoun. Someone breaks through the front door,
Look at
dumps
this-
cards into a duffel bag, and leaves.
Look
The
at this man.
suspect also appears to be wearing a motorcycle helmet, and you can hear an engine crank as he flees. In Swanee, the
My man is on a motorcycle flying.
owner of Catchback Cards shared these photos of a huge mess after someone busted their window and also stole $20,000 to $30,000 worth of cards at the beginning of the month.
This is insane. I didn't know this was a thing. This is crazy.
All three stores just want the madness to end and want to remind folks that this is not a game.
It's bad enough when any business is getting robbed. This time of year, it's a kick in the gut. After having just a great Black Friday to turn around and have this happen is sickening.
Now, it's unclear if all of these break-ins are connected, but
I'm almost certain that they're connected. There's no way. And then, like I said, this is not just in this area. This is in other places we're going to talk about in a second.
police say they are actively investigating each case. If you know anything about any of these thefts, you are asked to call police. Reporting live in Calhoun, Chelsea Bime for Atlanta News First.
Now, I'm almost certain that this stuff is connected. There's no way that this is like all isolated incidents. And like I said, like this is one up here. This is in Burbank, California. This is in California. So check this out.
A six-figure heist, but not where you'd expect. A popular card shop in Burbank targeted by thieves. CBS LA's Zach Boetto live in Burbank. And Zach, they were after a very specific kind of merchandise.
Gio, these thieves getting away with well over $100,000 worth of rare cards, and they were going after mainly Pokemon cards. You can see why. Some of these boxes going for hundreds of dollars, and some of these cards going for thousands.
All right, mind you, this was posted up 2 days ago. So the last video was 3 hours ago. This one's 2 days ago. This got to be a coordinated effort. This is insane.
Within minutes, this organized trading card shop in Burbank became the target of 3 masked thieves, quickly dumping boxes of collectible cards into bags and escaping into the night.
Total loss is many six figures. Perpetrators were in and out, 2 minutes, quick.
LA Sports
This
Card
is
carries
crazy.
all kinds of collectibles, including sports memorabilia, but its main draw is buying, selling, and trading cards in bulk and individually, with a special focus on Pokemon cards.
Like I did not know Pokemon cards was a thing like this. I knew that people wanted them. I knew that this was like even my son. My son likes a few Pokemon cards here and there. We go to the game store and buy a few here and there. But I had no idea that Pokemon cards was this sought after. Call me crazy. I like video games and I know Pokemon is a video. I just never got into it, so I didn't know. This is crazy.
This is our blood, sweat, toil, and tears.
We've been shopping here for, I think, 2 years. This is just like not even my full collection.
Bro, don't be showing off your collection, yo. Them thieves might be coming after you, bro. You might need to tell them people you ain't got nothing.
I'm just creating a master set of Mega Evolutions.
And it was the Pokemon cards like this collector's that the owner, Kit, says the thieves were looking for.
It was Pokemon. It wasn't One Piece. It wasn't Disney. It wasn't Magic. They went to Pokemon. These are packs from 1999. Those packs are very expensive. They took a lot of things from the back as well. A lot of sports cards they took that was locked up. And some of those were really, really expensive.
So they got some
In
sports
minutes,
cards too.
two
Okay.
suspects behind the counter were able to snag dozens of Pokemon TCG boxes, while the third went into the back and stole a locked box, which Kit says held even more expensive sports cards, including this rare 1 of 10 in the world Cristiano Ronaldo card, which Kit says is valued at over $100,000.
That is insane. Oh my God, that is crazy. Yo, they got away with a heist, yo.
Alone.
It feels like a violation. This is like our home. It feels like someone went in our home, ransacked our things. So it was personal to that level.
Yo, look at the background. Look at how much those cards are in the background. You're 270, 280, 600, 330. I didn't know Pokemon cards was like this. I didn't know they got down like this. I knew some of them were sought after, but yo, these boxes this is insane.
The suspects using a crowbar to break into the locked door, then power tools to get through a bolted metal gate.
Yo, they would use power tools to get through the. Yo, they were determined.
Security systems that the store is already working on fixing and upgrading. As for the thieves, the store owners and customers hope the police can catch them all.
I do
I see what that news reporter just did there. I see what you did there. You're not slick. Catch them all.
hope that they catch these guys, and I do hope that they didn't open the pack.
And Hunter, Geo, boxes like these are pretty much untraceable, so it seems like these thieves knew what they were looking for. Store owners here now working with other store owners that sell Pokemon cards and have been the target of recent burglaries just like this one. They think that the suspects may be the same in the 2 different cases.
I'm almost certain that they are. There's no way that like all of this and these people that are down there in Atlanta, down here in Atlanta, all the way to LA, they got to be connected. There's no way that all this is happening within this time of the year. I'm almost certain they're probably like on a Reddit or they're probably like on some type of website and they're all communicating on what to do and how to do it. I would not be surprised.
Reporting in Burbank, Zach Boetto, CBS LA.
All right, so now this is another one. No joke. This one is in Milwaukee. This is in Milwaukee. What is it? Wisconsin. Yeah, I'm sorry. Uh, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. More people are stealing Pokemon cards. So this is all across the country, from Atlanta to LA. Now we're talking about Milwaukee.
A real-life Pokemon mystery. A Wauwatosa card and game store says to be on the lookout for thieves after a valuable card was stolen.
Christina Van Zelst explains where the same group was spotted today.
Okay, so this one is saying they just took one card. Okay.
Hey, you can't leave. You got the card.
Catch them all. The Poke Shop in Wauwatosa.
He's like, you can't leave. You got the card. Yo, you're done. First of all, why would you hand the cards to anybody and you know these things are valuable? Yeah, this one is kind of different from the other ones, but you know he should be held liable for that. You don't hand or let nobody touch none of these valuable cards unless their money is being exchanged. That's your fault, sir. You're probably about to get fired. Oh yeah, and this happened 5 days ago.
Says this group of 4 stole a rare, valuable card.
The card in
$2,500 card.
question is a PSA 7 Korean base set Charizard.
Sir, were you the one that let them hold that card? Are you the owner of the store? Because that's the only way that you'll be able to give them the card and you still be on camera talking about what happened. Because it looked like you were the guy in the video.
We've blurred their faces as they haven't been charged. That card is priced at $2,500. Poke Shop owner Woody Zong says Tuesday night the group showed up asking only about expensive items.
That's a red flag right there, sir. What are you doing?
Charizard cards encapsulated in a thick plastic holder, and it's serialized with a grade on it, making it more valuable.
Zong says people typically like to see the condition of a card, so he didn't think anything of it.
Yeah, that's your problem. You need, I bet you won't do it again. I bet you won't do that again.
Until it was time to pay.
Oh, it was just kind of like spider senses, right? Like something's wrong here.
Yeah, your spider senses was off, way off.
They're trying too many different cards. They're all getting declined.
That's when he asked for an ID, and within seconds, they walked out with the card.
By the time you know, they just all left out the store.
See, it's your fault, sir. Your fault. This is a different situation than the other ones. You are at fault on this one. You should have known better.
Kind of just bolted, like fast walked.
Zong says he did report it to police. Minutes after we interviewed him, he got a call from another shop owner. That person says the same group tried to resell that card to multiple shops in Illinois.
Oh, so they're idiots. They're going to get caught. They're going to get caught. What? At least you could have waited, let it die down and let things get, cool off a little bit. Wait another week, wait a month. And then, yeah, they're going to get caught.
One of the men wearing the same outfit as the day before.
So he doesn't change clothes either. Like, what are we doing? Did you wash?
They're pretty bold.
Reporting in Wauwatosa, Christina Van Zelst, Fox 6 News.
The shop owner in Illinois felt like something was off, so he did reach out to police. We also reached out to Wauwatosa police about the incident, but we've not heard back.
Yeah, because it's probably an ongoing investigation. They probably know who it is. And this is the thing. That last guy was a dummy. He was a dummy. This is something that you don't do when this is just, basic, with clientele 101. You don't give the people that's buying a product, especially if it's expensive, don't give it to them and put it in their hand until they decide until they pay. And the transaction goes through. So that was on him. But the other ones, these Pokemon cards are crazy. Now, we got one in LA, we got one in Atlanta. I'm pretty sure you go on the internet, you could probably find some more. But yeah, this is I think is more coordinated than people are saying. And that last one, that guy was just an idiot. I mean, I'm gonna be honest. I mean, he's probably a solid businessman. He probably got his stuff together as far as running the business. But that one right there, yo, you're gonna have to eat that $2,500 and know next time you won't do you know not to hand over any items. I don't care if they want to see the condition or whatever. They're not going to see it in their hands. They're going to see it through a glass. And if they don't want to buy it, then tough. I mean, I get it, but you just gonna have to. That's how things just gonna have to be done. You can't have this stuff in their hands under these conditions because they're just too expensive. Let them hold a $5 card or something like that. But nevertheless, that's my thoughts on this. What do you guys think? Do you think this is something crazy going on here? I think it is without a doubt. This is something crazy going on, and it's all coordinated. You got a couple places in Atlanta. I'm pretty sure there's other places across the country as well. It's not just Atlanta and LA. And it's just happening. And it is what it is. You just got to be careful. I didn't know that Pokemon cards was getting down like that. But hey, you learn something new every day. Even a guy like me who plays video games and all this other good stuff, I just didn't know this was a thing. But I'm gonna get up out of here. Y'all take it easy and y'all be blessed. All right, y'all, I'm out. Peace.